about what this week?
Dinosaurs!
Dinosaurs. Very good. So guess what I got? I got a dinosaur book.
Whoa, that is honking big.
I know.
Okay, find our heinies.
It's very big.
Little
so
tiny.
the name of this book is called How Big Were the Dinosaurs? So we're going to learn all about how big the dinosaurs were. Okay? And it's by Bernard Most. Can you say that?
Bernard Most.
Very good. So here's some pictures of all the different dinosaurs. Okay? Yes, Ben?
We're watching a bad movie, and then the big kid was on the train track, and then the train comes, and then I think he's gonna die because he's gonna fight the train.
Okay. Yes, sweetie.
Is
Is it about dinosaurs?
Yes or no?
I'm gonna be.
Is it about dinosaurs, Casey?
Yes.
If it isn't, then we're going to save it for after.
Yes.
So then go ahead, talk to Miss Carrie.
I'm gonna be for Halloween.
No, thank you.
Gracie?
I went to the dinosaur museum before.
Did you? Did you like it?
too.
You did too? Yes, Ian.
I saw a dinosaur on the road, and there's a truck over there, and it went over, and it almost got dead, but it moved out of the way.
You saw a real dinosaur?
Yeah,
In
and
real
it
life?
and
Wow.
the truck was coming there, and it moved out of the way quickly. It was a tiny baby dinosaur.
Okay.
That is extinction.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Dinosaurs have been extinct for a really long time. So, like, several thousand years haven't been around. Okay, yes?
Dinosaurs lived a very long time ago.
Yes, you are correct. You're right.
Do they live today?
Dinosaurs have wild dinosaurs.
I know, you're right. Yes, Sophia.
I saw a rear dinosaur. I saw two dinosaurs on my iPad, but it was Play-Doh. It breaks the back.
Oh, okay. All right, let me get started with the story, and then we'll take some questions in a little bit, okay? All right. So it's hard to imagine how big some of the dinosaurs really were. Some dinosaur footprints that have been found are so big, you and a couple of friends should stand in one of them. Just how big were the dinosaurs? We're going to find out. Look at those big footprints.
Big.
Tyrannosaurus rex was so big, some of its teeth were as big as your toothbrush, more than 7 inches long.
Luke, heinies.
I wonder how many tubes of toothpaste it would take to brush this monster's teeth. Triceratops was so big, its head was bigger than your front door. Even though this plant eater was one of the most peaceful dinosaurs, I don't think your mother would want it inside your house. You think your mom would want it inside your house? Look how big he is. I think it would make a big mess, huh?
Yeah, but it shouldn't have taken that long. It should not have taken that long.
Okay, this is called Shantugosaurus. It was so big, it was about 50 ducks long. It was one of the biggest duck-billed dinosaurs ever found. I bet it could make the loudest quack ever. So why do you think why do they say it's duck-billed?
Because it has a duck tail.
It has a duck nose, right? It looks like a duck. See?
Yeah.
And it looks like these ducks, right?
Yeah, and it has some duck hands and duck feet.
Yeah, it looks just like, yep. Get the feet here, very good. Yes.
She's a duck dinosaur.
I know. How about this one? Stegosaurus was so big, the plates on his back were larger than a school crossing sign. With all those protective plates, Stegosaurus would be a perfect crossing guard. Look at these big plates. What kind of shape is that on his back, do you think? What does it kind of look like?
Octagon.
Right, octagon, and maybe like a little triangle on the top here.
When I look at that, I think of home plate.
Yeah, like baseball, right? Yeah, very good.
And it looks at the dinosaurs next to the big one.
Okay. Okay, so now this one is called a Dinosaurus. Was so big its arms and hands together were 9 feet long. Since that was all scientists ever found of this dinosaur, I wonder how much bigger the rest of it was. Wouldn't it be nice to have an extra pair of helping hands that size around your house? You can get a lot of stuff done, couldn't you, with those big hands? Okay, this is called Hypsilosaurus. This one here, starts here. Was so big its eggs were the size of a hen. Even though this barn-sized plant eater was smaller than many other dinosaurs, its eggs were the biggest dinosaur ever found. Do you think eggs that big would fit in an egg basket? Do you think, you know the size of a hen, right? That's pretty big. Do you think that would fit in your Easter basket?
No.
I don't think so. That's pretty big. This is called a Supersaurus. Was so big, it was longer than a supermarket aisle. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I bet this gigantic plant eater would have no trouble finding the vegetable section. What does that mean? That means he likes vegetables, right?
I need him to reach stuff on the top shelf when I go grocery shopping.
How about calling this dinosaur Supermarketsaurus? Because he's as big as the aisle, right?
And what's that one?
This one is called an Ankylosaurus. Was so big, it was bigger than a school bus.
Whoa! But it's not school bus. It's just a dinosaur.
I know. This sturdy plant eater was covered with armor and weighed more than 5 tons. 5 tons. Do you know how much 5 tons is?
No.
It's like 5 of Mommy and Daddy's cars. Can you imagine 5 cars? That's how heavy it was, just about. Wouldn't you feel safe going to school on an enormous dinosaur bus? Look at all the kids on the bus, on a dinosaur. Can you imagine taking a dinosaur to school on the back? That would be so funny.
No.
This one is called an Allosaurus. Was so big, it was bigger than a bulldozer. This meat eater's jaws were hinged so it was able to swallow large chunks of meat. Whenever I see the powerful jaws of an earth-eating machine, I think of Allosaurus. So they use this as an example because when he eats, it goes, and it eats a lot of meat. Okay, this is a Apatosaurus. Was so big, at 1 month old, it was bigger than the baby's crib. So when he was only 1 month old, do you think if you have any brothers and sisters, how little they are when they're only 1 month old?
Yeah.
This dinosaur was as big as the crib at that age. I bet it wasn't easy to babysit a 6 foot long, 75 pound baby. Can you imagine a 75 pound baby?
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy. Paracephalus was so big the hollow tube at the top of its head was longer than a trombone. Some scientists think it blew air through its tube to make horn-like sounds. I wonder how it would have sounded in a school concert. You think it would have sounded good in a concert?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Diplodocus was so big it was about as long as a basketball court. One of the longest dinosaurs ever found. It could have been nicknamed Stretch Lizard.
Stretch Lizard.
I bet Stretch would have been able to do slam dunk its head and tail at the same time. Look at that. He's got his tail here and his head here. I would want him on my team, wouldn't you? He'd get a lot of points for us. This is called a Baryonyx. Was so big its thumb claws were as big as this book. Its nickname was Heavy Claw. Do you think this very large dinosaur would like to thumb through the dinosaur books? Look at that. Look at big claws. Mamenchisaurus was so big its neck was longer than a school flagpole. No other dinosaur or any other animal ever lived had a longer neck. I think this dinosaur was worth saluting. Look, he's as big as a flagpole. Torvosaurus was so big its toes were bigger than a man's shoes. Scientists named this large meat eater Savage Lizard because of the giant claws on its hands and feet. I bet you thought only grown-ups had big feet. Brachiosaurus was so big it was taller than a giraffe, the tallest animal living today. A giraffe might need help from an elephant and a hippopotamus to reach as high as a Brachiosaurus. So have you ever seen a giraffe?
Yeah.
Any of you? Brachiosaurus was even taller than that giraffe. Can you imagine how tall that was? Look, he's standing on an elephant and a hippo.
Wow.
Just so he's as tall as that. Isn't that neat? Look at this guy. Omniosaurus was so big it was longer than a bowling alley lane. Scientists think it may have a bony club at the tip of its tail. It sure would be fun to go bowling with this dinosaur. Look, you get a strike every time. Therizinosaurus was so big its fingernails were almost as big as you are. Not much else is known about this big-fingered dinosaur. I wonder how long it would take to polish those huge fingernails. Oh my goodness, I think you need like a whole gallon of nail polish, right? For that guy. Look at these girls. They're like, oh, are we done yet? Are we done yet? This is Ultrasaurus. Was so big its shoulder blades were longer than a park bench. If just one Ultrasaurus bone was this big, imagine how huge the whole dinosaur must have been. So look at how big this bone is. That's only one bone out of its whole body. Can you imagine how big it would have been if
They're
with the whole
making
thing?
they're making it really clean.
Yeah, they're cleaning it up. Seismosaurus was so big it was almost twice as big as almost twice as much as Apatosaurus, better known as thunder lizard. The name Seismosaurus means earth shaker lizard. Look how big this one is. Wow.
It's longer than
I bet you used to think about thunder lizard was big. Look, he's twice as big as him. Takes up 3 pages of this whole book here. Maybe one day someone will discover a dinosaur so big it'll make Earthshaker look tiny. And here's some of the different dinosaurs here that we just talked about.
I like the long one.
So what was your favorite one?
I like the long,
You really like the really long one?
I like the
Raise your hand. Raise
humongous.
your hand up. You like the big one?
I like it
Mm-hmm.
the big one.
The really big one? How about you, Grace? Would you
I like the T-Rex.
You like the T-Rex?
I like the huge one.
So what did we learn about dinosaurs? They were all
Wait,
pretty
what
big,
about
right?
You know,
My
you're-
favorite is that one with the shell.
And we also...
I like.
Okay, sit down on your honey, though. Now, we learned that some dinosaurs eat meat, right? Some of them eat meat and some of them eat plants, right?
Yep.
When dinosaurs eat plants, they're actually called a herbivore. Can you say that?
Herbivore.
Right? And then, what's carnivore?
Carnivore.
Carnivore is a dinosaur that eats meat. Okay.
Carnivore.
So what are we called, do you think? What do you think we're called?
We're reptiles.
You're reptiles? You are? Oh my goodness.
No,
I
we're
didn't know you were
people.
reptile eating.
No, we're people.
You're people, and what do people eat? Do we eat meat?
No.
We don't eat any meat?
We eat vegetables and food.
Right. We eat vegetables and
But
fruit.
but my mom cooks meat.
I know. Yes, honey.
Ben.
Fresh meat. Dinosaurs, I went to the zoo with Gracie. Because